So in case of image-based transfer learning, we know that ImageNet is a basic example of a large pre-classified, pre-labeled data, and several interesting predefined architectures have been proposed in the context of images. To give some example, I gave you example of AlexNet, but in the recent past, there have been a lot of changes to these and new models have come up, like Google's Inception model, VGG model, ResNet model. Then as late as recently, Google is working on a really large model known as GoogleNet, where the idea is it want to capture everything in the world by means of a network called GoogleNet. And last we saw it was something like a 500 layer network. Similarly, we worked with MobileNet, which is kind of around 90 layer model. So there's no sky's the limit when we talk about kind of pre-trained models that are getting developed and which are available for reuse for developers in deep learning domain. So as I said already, we have a similar concept in NLP, where word embeddings on large corpus is a fairly common technique. So for example, word-to-vec model, which we already studied, has been developed on large corpus like Google News Vectors. And the idea of Google News Vectors is that it represents a really large collection of realistic words and sentences which are typically present in real life, and any real life text problem, we expect that the data would have been mostly captured in some news article somewhere. So we are able to reuse the news vectors developed in word2vec for such large corpus. Similarly, some people have developed entire corpus of Wikipedia as the base and have created word2vec models on that. That is another source of potential reuse and transfer learning in text context.